Okay, Natural Disaster Survival, it's a very, very old game and a very, very familiar game to a lot of different people. It actually got released in 2008 and it's by Stickmaster Luke. And as you can see, it received an update just 2 days ago at this point, and over these last 2 days, since that update got released, I have received message after message after message of you guys just telling me to check the game out because apparently there is something in this update that it garnered quite a lot of negativity. Hey, let me see how many people agree with me. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are not surprised that Roblox got attacked for an update. And to put it simply, I suppose this update that they have released, it's causing a lot of drama within the Roblox community, whether it be on Twitter or even people in my Discord server were discussing it. The description states, big news, they are testing a new disaster and 3 new maps. So it's always great, obviously, to see a game get updated, and especially when it's a game that hasn't been updated for quite a long time, and now all of a sudden there is a whole new disaster within the game and 3 new maps. So surely it can't be that bad, right? Like, why are people getting so upset about this? Okay, well, what's happening right now? I was just about to start talking about what this new disaster is, and I can't get down. It looks like, what is going on right now? Can somebody please help me? Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not... Thanks game, thank you Roblox. Am I in a broken server? It looked like it was only happening to me. Okay, I'm fine, right? Yeah, I'm completely fine now. Okay, that was very weird. But you see, given the fact that so many people are telling me to check this game out, which is quite unusual because nobody's ever told me to look at this game before, I got very, very curious to see what they could have done that was possibly so bad that got this much attention from everybody. So my first thoughts were to check Twitter, and we can check that in just a second, but I decided to search for just Natural Disaster Survival on YouTube to see if anybody else has talked about this or made a video about this, and I can see one right here from Sharkblocks. People do not like this Natural Disaster Survival update ... Roblox. Okay, people don't like it, that much is obvious, but what don't they like? What are we looking for here? And that's when that is the exact moment that I scrolled down just once and I saw a video titled Roblox Natural Disaster Survival New Disaster Deadly Virus. Okay, now we can see exactly where they went wrong and exactly why so many people are so incredibly upset over this or angry over this, and just this is where the drama started. Deadly virus. Apparently the disaster within the game itself, it says disaster warning, deadly virus, avoid crowds. You know what, I feel like that could end up being a bit of a more educational situation with this. Avoid crowds, that's exactly what everybody should be doing anyway. So maybe instead of becoming upset, people should just, like, I don't know, take it and see it as more of an educational stance on this entire situation. I mean, obviously, the reason that people are becoming upset is, it's a very obvious reason, and I don't think I need to point that out. Like, what the deadly virus and what you need to avoid from crowds, I think what that's based on is very, very obvious and not something that we need to specifically mention. I am so sorry to that car. But, I mean, the situation we have been placed in personally over the last year or so, it's been a very, very long ride, and it's been a very, very long journey, a very serious one, and it's still currently going on. So I think to kind of, you know, add an update to your game right now, straight up stating that there is a deadly virus currently happening, you need to avoid the crowds, I think the timing is a little bit off. The timing, it's not particularly something that I would have gone with, and I think that's where a lot of people are becoming angry at this because the timing, it's not great. But you see, the RTC jumped in on this and they said, with Natural Disaster Survival's latest disaster being deadly virus, many people have mixed thoughts on it. What are your thoughts on it? I think my thoughts is obviously, to begin with, you kind of see something wrong with it and you do think, okay, maybe that is a little bit strange given the current circumstances of the entire world. But ultimately, and you know, when I thought about it a little bit deeper, it's really not that deep. It's not that big of a deal. And scrolling through the replies, I can see also a lot of other people feel the same way. They don't see a problem with it. They don't see anything wrong with it. Honestly, I think it's acceptable. If people are going to get mad over a virus game mode, then they might as well hate the entire game. If they accept other disasters, then the virus one is also acceptable. Sorry if anyone lost a family member, but it's kind of stupid to get mad at a game. I suppose this one kind of opened my eyes a little bit because, I mean, it's a game about disasters of the world, like literally natural disaster survival. For example, one of the disasters in this game is a volcano erupting. Volcanoes erupt in real life. People have been affected by volcanoes erupting in real life in pretty much the same exact way that people have been affected by deadly viruses in real life. I mean, before the current situation that we are in right now, viruses still existed. So I think when you think of it that way, it's really not that big of a deal. It's a game about natural disasters from real life. Of course, it's going to have something like this in it. I just think, if anything, people getting upset over the timing, that's okay, I think. People obviously have the right to be offended by this. I mean, I'm not going to tell people what they should have a problem with and what they shouldn't have a problem with, or what they should be offended by and what they shouldn't be offended by. I can see why people would point it out, but I don't understand being mad about it. Viruses have been around forever, and Stickmaster Luke even has a game called Deception Infection, where the goal is to infect others. I mean, that's exactly the point that I was trying to make. Viruses, they have always existed. This is nothing new. And so the game, the entire house is gone. Oh my god, where am I supposed to stand now? This is not going very well. Oh, I survived, never mind. Okay, all is well. Although, for me, after watching this video that this person uploaded, I think the weirdest part about the update for me is the fact that the way you have to spread the virus within the game is you have to go around coughing on other people. Come on, really? You have to go around coughing on other people, you have to go around sneezing on other people, and whilst you're doing that, these little purple balls come out, and I assume that's the virus spreading over. So I guess, again, it could be seen as almost educational. Like, if you cough on someone, your little virus purple balls are gonna come out and just spread all over them and infect them, and it's a weird situation. I don't know what to make of it. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. The timing, again, it's a little bit off, but ultimately, I don't think it's anything to become, like, upset about or angry about, as a lot of people seem to be doing. Although this entire thing did remind me about that time I made a video called "Please Stop Making Roblox Virus Games," and I really didn't think it was 11 months ago. That means that people were making games about viruses on Roblox in March or April of 2020, which that's literally not even a few weeks after the entire situation started, after the entire problem started in the world. And people were making entire games with game passes, they were making money off of games out of viruses. So I think obviously that situation, that was not acceptable. But what natural disaster survival has done here, I don't think this is a problem. Like, remember that person that made, I think it was called Coughing Simulator or something like that? Yeah, exactly. Like, those games are not okay. Natural disaster survival, what they have done, I don't think that's anywhere near on the scale of, the previous topics or problems that we have covered. But of course, like I said, I'm not going to tell people what to be upset over and what not to be upset over. I'm not going to tell you to not be offended if you're clearly offended by something. I acknowledge the fact that not everybody's going to agree with me on this one. So as always, if you don't agree with me, or if you just have an opinion about this, please tell me in the comments. That is the place to go. I will read every single opinion that you guys have. So one more time, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe, because I will always appreciate the love and support that you guys give me, and you know what? It helps me out a lot. What are you guessing of Natural Disaster Survival releasing their first update in a very long time, and it caused drama. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.